Hi there, welcome back to my channel. This is Domingo and today I have something really special to show you guys. It's my latest project. It's a 3D printed wheel loader. It's based on the CAT 966M model. Has been 6 months of continued development, improvement and testing to achieve this finish. It's completely assembly. And today in this video I'm going to show you the finishing, the priming, painting and disassembly and assembly again of this machine. You can find this project in Code 3D for sale. You can build your own wheel loader. It has all the material lists included, all the pieces, all the details, assembly, all the wiring diagrams that you need. So let's jump into the features of this wheel loader. Before we dive into the action, let me tell you guys that you need a minimum print bed of 220 millimeters to print this model. The differential in this machine played a crucial role in distributing the power between the two motors, one on the back and one here in front, to each wheel independently. You can see here. That ensures that when it makes turns, the inner wheel will rotate slower than the other ones, making turns smoothly and precise. It's just like how the real construction vehicle operates. It's what set this loader apart from the other one. Here also you can see there is a drive shaft that sends the power of this motor to the front of the wheel loader. And it's also like this, it's a scale like the real one. It also have that universal joint there. I have to mention that the real adds also pivot. It pivots 12 degrees up and 12 degrees down, so it can adapt to the terrain, to uneven terrain, and put all the power from the motor back into the ground. Let me now connect the batteries, and like the real one, it pivots here to take the cover of the engine. So you move this, the filter, you rotate the filter until it's open. And here we have all the ESCs and the module for the lights and sun and inertia, and also the battery tray. So we put the battery here and we connected it here. And then we put the cover back and secure. Now let's shift our focus to the heart of this machine, is the lifting arms. We have a maximum distance here of 270 millimeters. I have designed the geometry of this lifting arm with the actuators in mind, to put the less pressure on those actuators and make it prolong their life. So as you can see here, the point of pivotal is here and it's not too near to this point, so where it will represent a bigger force for the actuator. So this is the design of the arms. Here you can see also the differential as the real one. And it's a really good scale detail there. Let's show you guys now the tilting mechanism. So this is a complete movements that we have. Also still down and lift the wheel loader. let's start the engine. And this is going forward. And you have the inertia that continue going forward until you hit the brake, and the same response on the back, going back, going forward. And this is how fast it turns and what is the angle there. All this functionality of sound simulation, inertia, and light is being driven by ESP32 microcontroller, and there is an open source project that is by the DIY guy 99, I think. I give all the details, documentation, and the link to that project, so you can follow that in the manual also and make the same thing here. Had to say that the sound controller is also available to simulate 4-shift transmission. So you have, like the real one, 4 different shift, number of shift on this wheel loader. Now let's talk about versatility. With this wheel loader project, I have included the STL files for this fork attachment. This is the material handle bucket, and the one that you see here is the rock material ones, and there is another one that is similar to this but with teeth, and that's the general purpose bucket material handle. All these ones are provided here with a quick coupler mechanism. And this one here is the quick coupler one. You can set it up manually, as is in this case. Or you can put one servo here or 2 servos and the second one inverted, make it automatic. All the details are in the manual descriptions. For the second servo, you will have to have a second channel on the ready control if you want to connect it directly. So you will need 2 channels, or 1 channel and an inverted circuit for that servo, so it can work in parallel. The way that it works is those pins that are here can be moved by the servo arms, and it will lock the mechanism for the quick coupler. You can here detail all the details on the cabin part. Also, all details on the handler, like the real one, and the stairs, handlers, and lights. These has an empty spot for some LED, and then you can run the wires inside. You will have here the mirrors and some handlers. Also the details on the grid for the engine refrigeration one. And here on the back, again, 2 lights here, and also a spot for all the lights on the rear. This has an empty space to route all the wires inside the machine, and connect to the controller. All little details are covered here with this model. You can see here also the details on the roof. I have included spot for the beacon light and also the routing space here between these two pieces, so you can route the cables and then put it down. Here there is a holder that you can route the cables inside the controller. Alright, it's time to make this loader look like the real deal, so let's go in carefully and I'm going to disassemble it so we can paint it to perfection, to the goal to create a masterpiece wheel loader RC that we can enjoy. Now this is all the pieces of the wheel loader already disassembled. Over here we have the electronics with the actuators, battery, two motors, the ESC receiver, and the ESP controller and a speaker, all the nuts and hardware needed. And over here we have the different accessories bucket. These are the differentials, all the front part, the battery tray, engine cover, arms, wheels, mainframe, rings, and the cabin part. So all this is the things that you're going to need. I had to start sanding some of the pieces before applying the primer to have a better finish at the end. And I'm going to use these acrylic paints. They are water-based. I think they can stick well to the primer. With the painting complete, it's time now to put all the pieces together. Here you can see that I start connecting the LEDs with the wires for the lights. The cabin details, it has 8 LEDs here, and all the wiring is inside the 3D pieces, and we only have 2 wires here for the 8 LEDs and for the beacon light that I have included. Also, I'm doing the pattern for the windows. This is using cheap plastic that I got from this plastic container, but it's really easy to find any kind of plastic for this project. And let's continue to the assembly process then. I recommend also using thread lock for the nuts and all some bolts that need to be fixed. On the rear bumper you can check the details of the wiring. And these are the connectors. Here we have red, yellow, white for reverse lights. We can start the process of assembling the front chassis. Here we have the 2 side panels with the wires for the lights already going through these holes here and into the back. And it's time to add the actuators. Now we close the side panels, taking care of the wires routing that is on the back of the actuator and is not on the middle of them. Next, we can install the front differential. Now we connect the arms using these M4 screws here. We also connect the arms to the actuator using this. Then we connect these plastic pieces here on the 4mm rod. We got our front chassis almost complete. Now we have the back part chassis assembly. The thing that I have to do is connecting these motors in these pieces and secure it with the screws, and then secure here the universal joint between this motor and the differential, the rear differential. The front engine is already attached. Now let's proceed with the one on the back. Next, we need the transmission, the universal joint. In this side is 6mm and in this one is 5mm. Next, we need to install the differential cover. Okay, we check that pivot here. Next, we proceed to assemble one of the sides of the main frame using this 4mm rod and thread lock. It is now time to assemble the turn actuator, and it's going to be connected in this piece. This is provided when we buy this one. And also the screw and the nut. Now we connect this assembly to the rear chassis, and for that we use some pin. There is one short thread and other one that is long. The short goes here on top and the longest one goes here on the bottom. Let's connect the rear bumper to the chassis. For that we will need this M3 by 20 millimeters and it nuts. So we already have it here, and then we connected it with this. Now we route the wires over this aperture here. Now that I have part of the chassis almost complete, I start working on the electronic, putting the electronic part together, and I have to verify which of the ESCs have to control the tilt or the lifting arms actuators. So for that, I'm going to connect battery and then checking. It is time to connect the two chassis together and the drive shaft. If necessary, remove the front differential to have a space for the drive shaft and assemble it again. This is the pin that is going to connect the actuator with the front chassis now. Now I want to start installing all the wires to the ESP32 because they are a lot, and all these ones are light wires. This is power. I have to connect the S bus, the serial bus from the receiver, and also one of the ESC, the channel 3, that is the throttle, to control the inertia part. So I will wire those and then show you the end result. This is the electrical connection. Here are the headlights. And as you see here, there is the receiver connection, and this is the ESC, and this is the tail lights, and this is the headlights. Now let's focus our attention to finishing the cabin. And I had to plastic solder in the windows to the frame. So this is that part. And the window is ready. Let's do the same now with the door. Okay. This is the front window. It looks like an M, and by the way, I include all these patterns in the manual, so you will have all references to put this one in the correct size. These are all the windows done for the cabin, and here you can see the detail that this is core and how nice is this part here. This is the part where we connect the seat to the cabin. Let's connect now the stairs. It's time to put the cabin together with the main chassis. Now I'm going to install the quick coupler. I'm going to assemble now the handlers. They fit here on these holes, and then they are secured with screws. This is the speaker already connected here on the back part of the chassis. These are the wheels that I'm going to use. They are 120 millimeters of diameter. It goes like this. We have our first wheel. And now let's connect the wheels to the truck. There is 10 screws per wheel in total. This is the engine cover. We have to connect some lights here and the speaker to the ESP32 controller. Now last part, we can put the accessories. For example, this is the 4. Or the bucket. And hey, if you have enjoyed this journey as much as I have, don't miss out on my new release videos. So click that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you will be the first notified when I release new projects or new builds. And there you have it. I hope you enjoy exploring the reviews, technical aspect and assembly as much as I did. Now let's take the model out to the field and put his capabilities to the test. I was really impressed with the maneuverability and force of this wheel loader. This machine delivers where it matters most. Thanks for joining me today, and until next time, happy building, my friends.